Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the Financial Literacy Program's third annual musical presentation in celebration of Financial Literacy Awareness Month. My name is Tim Alexander. I work for the Vice President for Student Affairs Office, and I'm the producer and founder of this event. Before we begin, I would like to take this time to thank Bank of America for being this year's presenting sponsor. Thanks to their generous donation, we have created events to help young adults learn to better manage their finances. In fact, next week we will offer financial wellness workshops for students to gain knowledge from Bank of America representatives. For more information about our workshops, you can sign up at that booth at the end of the show. And now, I am very proud to present Bank of America and the freshman cast in Rent, a Financial Literacy Spectacular.
That was a very loud beep. I don't even know if this is working. John, are you there? Are you screening your calls? It's Mom. Just called to say we love you and we'll see you this weekend. Dad is sitting right there. Sends his love. Oh, and John, it's the first of the month, dear. Don't forget your rent check when you leave the house. Oh, and John, we're calling to see if you've gotten a job yet. You can't live for free. Your father's about to cut you off. Adios, Forty. Love, Mom.
We begin with me, John. I live in the apartments across from campus. I have 4 months to find a job or my parents are cutting me off. Of course, no one will hire me because I have no experience and my availability is limited because of my class schedule. No money, no job. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my anything? Document real life when real life's getting more like fiction each day. Headlines, red lines blow my mind, and now this deadline, eviction or pay. Rent! How do you write a song when the chords sound wrong, though they once sounded right and rare? When the notes are sour, where is the power you once had to ignite the air? We're hungry and frozen, some life that we've chosen. How we gonna pay? How we gonna pay? How we gonna pay last year's rent? How do you start a fire when there's nothing to burn and it feels like something's stuck in your food? How can you generate heat when you can't feel your feet and they're turning blue? We light up a mean way with textbooks and screenplays. How we gonna pay? How we gonna pay? How we gonna pay last year's rent? Forces are gathering, with passionate fire. Are gathering, can't turn away. Forces are gathering, forces are gathering, forces are gathering. How do you leave the past behind when it keeps finding ways to get to your heart? It reaches way down deep and tears you inside out till you're torn apart. How can you connect in an age where strangers robbers, your own blood cells betray. What binds the fabric together when the raging, shifting winds of change keep ripping away? When they act up, you call their bluff. We're not gonna pay. We're not gonna pay. We're not gonna pay. Last year's rent, this year's rent, next year's rent. Rent, 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 rent. We're not gonna pay rent. 'Cause everything is
Kate, it's the Wicked Witch of the West. Your mother. I just got the mail, and guess what I found? Since when do you have a credit card? We're not made of money. Who's gonna be paying for this new lifestyle of yours, huh? Being a single mother is not easy. Love, Mom.
I'm Kate. My bank told me that I need to establish credit, so I got a credit card. I wanted to help my mom pay for housing, but now I have no way to pay it back. The pushy banker forgot to mention interest rates and how quickly things can go wrong. I still have a balance on my housing, and now I've maxed out my first card. I have to hide this from my mom. How am I going to pay this back?
I've been applying to every place I can think of, and so far, no luck. Nobody's hiring right now. The problem is, I never thought the day would come that my parents wouldn't take care of me anymore. Not this fast, anyway. And now I feel like I have to choose between school and a job. I need help.
I made a stupid, uninformed decision by getting a credit card. Now I'll have debt following me until I can repay what I owe. I wish that I had consulted someone before ruining my finances, because I'm still dependent. And now my mom is partially responsible for my actions. I need help. I applied for financial aid, and I got enough to cover all my expenses, but I spent the money way too fast. I thought it was gonna last longer, so I went out to some nice dinners, got some new outfits, and I'll admit, maybe I treated some friends when we went out, but the point is, I was very careless with the money, and now I have nothing left for school. I need help.
I was buying some vintage video games on eBay one week, and the next week I was at the bank trying to get a loan to help pay for school. That's when they told me I had outstanding balances on purchases I know I never made. The bottom line is my identity was stolen. I went to the police, but they said there was nothing they could do about it, and now my tuition payment is due. I need help. I need help. Can anyone help me? Will someone care?
Will I lose my dignity? Will someone care? Will I wake tomorrow from the
sorry. Excuse me? Oops.
And you are?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just here to... I don't have... My name is... John! John! I'm John. Well, this is quite an operation.
Sit down, John, and we'll continue with the affirmation.
Forget, regret, or life is yours to miss.
What are the positive benefits to getting a credit card? It only seems to get me in trouble. You too, girl.
That's a great question. Credit cards are great in emergencies. They're great for things that you want to buy or that you need to buy. But remember, it's not just a piece of plastic. It's a loan from a financial institution, so you will have to pay it back.
That sucks.
But what if you don't necessarily have the money to buy the things you need or want?
Well, then you create a budget for yourself. You keep a record of all the things that you still have to buy and all the things that you've already bought. So you don't overspend. This way, it'll keep you out of debt.
What if you're in debt because your identity was stolen?
Know that you are not alone. There's an average of 9 million Americans every year that have their identity stolen. What you want to do is protect your information. Keep your credit card, account number, PIN number, and social security number safe and protected. And if your identity was stolen, you'll want to file a claim with our Federal Commission Center. Hi, excuse me. Did you have a question?
No, excuse me.
Where are you going, if you don't mind me asking?
Look, I'm afraid this just isn't gonna help me, okay?
It can if you let it.
Trust me.
I do, you know, I trust you.
Then why choose fear?
I'm a college student. Fear's my life. Look, I find some of what you teach suspect because I'm used to relying on intellect. But I try to open up to what I don't know.
Because reason says I should quit 3 years ago.
No day but today.
Make today the first day that you take responsibility for your financial success.
Don't breathe too deep. Don't work all day. Driving to school. Drive the other way. That trip of hurt. That kind of shame goes away. Just play the game. You're living in America, and it's after the millennium. You're living in America, with your conscience and the tone. And when you're living in America, and it's after the millennium, you're what you are. So I own not an ocean. I escape and name content. I don't own emotion. I rent. I need help on losing sight.
Connection in an isolating
For once, the shadows gave way to light.
For once I didn't disengage.
We must prepare all students to become responsible consumers with knowledge of how to earn, save, and spend money. Our nation's prosperity is the responsibility of all Americans. Knowledge is what we own.
You're living in America, and it's after the millennium. You're living in America, to come into our own. And when you're living in America, and it's after the millennium, you're not alone. We're not alone. You're not
Hello? Yes, this is John. You want a second interview? Monday at 4? Yes, I'm available. No, thank you. How do you leave the past behind when it keeps finding ways to get to your heart?